All right, so this is module 0. I'm going to call this module the nutshell. And the purpose of this module is to sort of give you an overview of what we're doing here, how to create a winning Facebook ad, different ways to do it, what's required of you. And then in the following modules, I'll teach you literally and specifically step by step how to do each part, like the targeting, like the creating of the ads, like all that stuff. But in this module, you're just going to get a basic overview and the strategy of what we're doing so that you fully see the big picture. And then we'll get into specifics in the rest of the course. All right. So the very first question you might be asking yourself is, will I succeed? I mean, that's what I asked myself when I started with Facebook ads. Hell, that's what I ask myself when I start with almost anything in business. Will I succeed? So you're asking yourself that question right now. I totally understand that. I get that. You probably feel a little bit like this guy. Okay. You're nervous. You're kind of like, oh my God, am I going to succeed? Am I going to fail? I haven't been doing too good with what I've been messing around with, and then you start to get into it and you feel like this guy. You're still frustrated, but you're like, oh, I'm almost there. I got it. I think I got this concept down. I think I got that concept down. And then you feel like this guy and you're just like, oh my God, this is so overwhelming, and you feel like that. And then you're going to feel like this guy where you just want to pull your hair out because you're not understanding why the things aren't working. Okay. And then eventually you feel like this guy where you just don't give a crap anymore. And you're just like, screw the world. I don't care. I'm just over it. And then you're going to start pointing fingers. You're going to start pointing fingers at yourself, at other people, at your clients. You're just going to point fingers everywhere. And then eventually you're just going to go nuts again and you're going to freak out. And this cycle is going to kind of continue. All right. But the beautiful part about this is, and listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. Listen very, very carefully. It only takes one. It only takes one successful, winning Facebook ad to change your business and your life. Only one. And then you feel like this guy. And then you feel like this Superman, this superhero stick figure here. Okay. Now, let's get a little further into this. Take a look at all these dice. Imagine you roll all these dice, and all these dice are Facebook campaigns that you run. Okay. Maybe some of them are before you started with me here in this course. Maybe they're all after, whatever. You fail at most of them. Okay. But eventually, after testing and tweaking, you're going to succeed at one. And that one is going to be worth all the failures. And then eventually you're going to keep running ads and you're going to succeed at more, but you're still going to fail at more than you succeed. And then eventually you're going to succeed at most of them. And then eventually you're going to get to the point where I'm at, where pretty much every campaign you run is a winner. Okay. This is, learning anything, especially Facebook ads. It's not a weekend thing. It took me a long time. And what I realized was, anything worth learning or doing takes a little bit of time and learning. Okay. It's not something you can do overnight. Now, the secret to Facebook ads is not knowing what kind of ad and targeting to run. It's a process. Okay. It's a process to figure it out. It's knowing a good starting point, testing, and finding the winner. Okay. You see, I don't always know the best Facebook ad to run. Now, if it's a business I've been in for a while, if it's a client I've had for a while, or if it's, my list, what I offer, I know exactly what to do right away. But when you first start on something, sometimes you do get a winner right away, but you got to experiment. And what I'm going to be teaching you is the process to experiment and to figure it out and to make that happen quickly. Because if you just experiment randomly, you'll either never going to find it out or you're going to spend a bunch of money before you figure it out. And the way I do it is I spend very little money to find the winner. Okay. Let me say that again. I spend very little money to find the winner. I find the winner quickly and cheaply. And then when I find it, I scale it up. Done. Like I said, most of my campaigns now are winners because I'm so used to doing this. But if you gave me some, like for instance, I had a client recently. We ran, they sell children's yoga franchises. I know, weird, right? When I started the first campaign, I had to tweak it a little bit because I don't know anything about children's yoga. It was a brand new thing. And at first, we had like $3 conversions, which I know to some of you guys might be great, but to me, it's not very good because of the level I'm, at and where I hold myself, the bar I set for myself. So after about 2 weeks of me, narrowing some targeting down and figuring some things out, I finally, and also add copy and things like that. I finally figured it out. And now we have like 78 cents to dollar leads. All right. And then we got some like 220 leads, stuff like that, much, much lower. So please keep in mind that this is a process to find the winner. And when you find the winner, it's worth a lot of money. It is worth it to find it. Okay. The winner, again, I'm going to say that again, is worth a lot of money. A lot. So it's worth it to find it. Okay. Let me give you an idea of what that looks like. The winner is usually obtained by putting the right offer in front of the right people and getting their attention fast. So essentially, when I say the right offer, the right freebie, the right bait, the right thing to get them in the door as a lead, the right people, obviously meaning targeting, and getting their attention fast, meaning creating an engaging ad. All right. So these are the components that are, present all the time when you have a winning Facebook ad. All right. I know some of you guys know this, and I've said this before. The average attention span of an adult today is only 9 seconds. So you need to be engaging. All right. Your ad must be engaging. You have to reach out, grab their attention, and pull it in. You can't be boring. You got to reach out, grab their attention, pull it in. So keep that in mind. And it doesn't just have to be video, it can be anything. You got to reach out, grab their attention quickly, and pull them in.